Don't blink if you blink. Welcome to the show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day. On this 15th June 2025, today we are doing a taste test on this Father's Day because father likes to eat, and one day I'll be a father. Hopefully. Still single, by the way, so be a father, you need a lovely lady. Fill up application at the front desk. Today we're tasting Chapman, which is an ice cream that, again, it's a Canadian ice cream, so we love it. I have bad gas. I'm sorry. But we never really tried it. And then one of the first that I'm gonna have, they really did something cool with their packaging. Uh, Again, something cool is the smaller pints. So with smaller pints, and this is really cool. With ice cream, the first one to do that was actually Ben and Jerry, right? But then when Ben and Jerry did it, everybody did it. You had Magnum do it. You had Chapman do it. The small pans like that are super cool. Why? Because they're smaller. They'll sell it for a higher price. However, they'll give you ice cream that is not there. So the ice cream store, and this is going to be a full story. It's going to be a full story of maybe, because we did watch Rich Piana, and Rich Piana wife Sarah Piana, or ex-wife, because he's dead. Rest in peace, Rich, was a huge fan of ice cream. So they would do a ice cream shop, and they would do like a Ben and Jerry ice cream shop. And you're like, why go to a Ben and Jerry ice cream shop when I can get the flavor in store? Well, they'll have special flavor. So a company like Chapman, what is really cool, what they're doing is they'll do small pints of ice cream with different flavor than a big one, and you're gonna end up wanting to taste or to eat those. So they'll sell you the smaller pints for a margin. Now, am I saying that it's a scam? No. Am I saying it's more beneficial more market wise? Yes. This is more expensive in a way of, this is 500 milliliters. And it will cost you as much as a 1.5. However, if you want a specific flavor, you have to go with these one, right? So the flavor is cookie dough. What I really like is the design here. Very somber, very subtle. I love that about it. I love that. I just love a design that speaks. You know, I think I think it's not a complaint, but I just see a lot of brands saying, "Oh, now twice as big, now less salt, now tastier, a new recipe, rework recipe." Like, dude, chill, okay? Stop trying to sell me your product. I understand that's in marketing. I understand that you're trying to survive as a company, but you are looking desperate, and because you're looking desperate, your product is suffering from your desperation. Let me taste the product. If I like it, I like it, right? Now, if I was a company, which I'm not, if I was an expert, which I'm not, it's a pretty simple rule. If the brand or the flavor works, it works. If it doesn't work, then maybe we shouldn't sell it. You know, do we need 15 company with a cookie dough ice cream? No. However, is it possibly the best ice cream I've ever had? I don't know. My favorite ice cream? Maybe I just tasted two with cookie dough. I tasted okay, Ben and Jerry, and I've tasted uh Prison Choice. So with all the taste tests, let's do it. What I love here is the little dots of chocolate, right? Give me chocolate chip. If you're gonna give me a chocolate chip cookie, give me chocolate chips. Don't give me chocolate pieces. This is weird because we've had so much of the Ben and Jerry, so we have a clear understanding on what it's supposed to taste like and what to expect. Mmm. Mmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Super interesting. The vanilla ice cream isn't great in itself. However, it does something that's really good. And what it does that's really good is be creamy. So with vanilla ice cream, what I love, there's two ways to go. Either super creamy, super milky, your vanilla ice cream is kind of your normal ice cream, right? So super normal, super creamy, or super vanilla. This one really feel like they went and worked on their cream. Fuck vanilla is just a good ice cream. Chocolate chip. It's really interesting what they did. It's really interesting. And what they did was they went for small pieces, which are less tasty but still give you the crunch. Right? Like, okay, well, this was a nice little piece of chocolate. I didn't really taste it, but I know there is there. And ultimately speaking, again, there's going to be two ways. Either I know the chocolate chip is there, so because I know it's there, I'll taste it, or it's just nice to have a little crunch, right? I don't think anybody's gonna crunch in that and say, "Oh, this is horrible." I would like more chocolate, but again, with small pieces like that, it's so weird to have it. It's so hard to have an experience. Now we're going for an actual piece of cookie dough. Now the actual piece of cookie dough is gonna be a bit different because shape is important. Shape is important and size is important. It's a bit small. No, not so much. Okay. Okay. It's not. It's not. Mm. There's a lot of it. It's chock full of it. It isn't the best, but it's good because on one hand, yeah, it's really nice. I have to say, it can be more different than Ben and Jerry's. They went with a little bit more of a blend. This is really smart. This is really smart. This is a good ice cream. So the cookie dough, what they did was they went for a little bit more of a subtle flavor, not super super sweet, not overly tasty, which is a good thing because it is ice cream. I know it's cookie dough ice cream, but it is ice cream, not overly. It feels more like an experience. Like, okay, I'm getting to eat cookie dough versus holy shit, this cookie dough is good. And now, so this is actually really nice. The texture, the feeling of it, it just really marinates well in the rest of the story. We'll take a bigger piece, and there you got ice cream, you got chocolate chip, and you got peanut, you got cookie dough. Without further ado, try it out. Um, um, it's it's enjoyable, but I don't know if I like it. Again, I've had so many Ben and Jerry. Ben and Jerry again. I have to say, it's so different because they use the vanilla. They focus on vanilla, the ice cream. First of all, second of all, they're a bigger piece of cookie dough, right? The last one, chocolate chunks versus chocolate chips. Now why is that important? Because Ben and Jerry here is my blueprint. It's the way I see things. So it could be more different. However, this ice cream, the cream tastes delicious. The cookie chips aren't that tasty. But if I'm being honest, I don't really like cookie. I don't like. If you gave me a cookie dough ice cream, the chocolate part of it is possibly my least favorite part of it. But that they're smaller here and less tasteful is good. The cookie dough, although it's less tasty, it's still there. Now it gives you a very subtle, it gives you a very very subtle taste. So this one is really good in the fact of I'm getting vanilla ice cream, I'm getting chocolate chips, and I'm getting cookie dough. I can identify every single one of the components, but I cannot really taste. I can taste them, but not to a degree where I'm like, holy shit, this is kind of incredible. However, if you would say something like Ben and Jerry, which is super super tasty and super intense, and you would say the subtlety is their complete opposite. It's either super flavor or subtle but flavor is there. I think that depends on you, right? I think it depends on you, and it's not the weirdest part. The weirdest part is if you start with this one and then you go to Ben and Jerry. then it's an upgrade in flavor. But if you go from Ben and Jerry to this one, it's more subtle. So you're like, you all, it's missing this oomph. But if this oomph isn't something that you're looking for, you know, when I buy a chocolate chip cookie, a chocolate chip cookie dough, um, ice cream, I'm not really looking for that bold flavor. I'm looking for something I enjoy. With this one, I get a extremely accurate presentation of each. But then, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm tasting each and every single product, which is good. Mm. And I make it seem like I prefer Ben and Jerry. However, Ben and Jerry, I like the ice cream. I like the cookie dough. I kind of like the chocolate chip, not too much, but still. But they don't feel like they harmonize. This one feels like it's harmony. It feels balanced. It feels honest.